Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. We got another TikTok story time. We got when you first thought, they said though, but when you first thought this person isn't normal while having conversations with someone. Have you ever had a conversation with someone and thought, this person isn't normal? I'm reading off this.
Right, I was like, yeah, let's just read that one. Because, yeah.
Baby girl.
Baby boy.
Gotta do better. Gotta still do better. But with that being said, hey, have you ever had a conversation?
Mm-hmm.
With who?
Yeah.
Are you looking at me? Shot.
Yeah.
So I'm not normal?
I mean,
shit, I don't want to be normal.
Sometimes I'll be like, ooh, he look, you know.
Normality is weird.
Yeah, what is normal though?
You.
What is normal? Really? All right.
Hey, call it how you see it.
You be getting hurt and they be trying to throw shots. Come on.
With that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want to further support, all you got to do is check out down below. Also, we got to tell them. Salute to the comment of the day.
Salute to you.
Yeah, it is. Y'all keep running us up, man. We're going to always shout you out. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, like it in with a thumbs up. We appreciate it. But again, have you ever had a conversation with someone and thought, damn, this bitch ain't normal? I'm saying,
Come on.
not you.
I know, but come on.
Because I said you normal. You be calling me.
So this past week, I had some friends come over, and the one girl was like, hey, like, I have a friend that's not gonna do anything tonight, like, can she join us? And I'm like the kind of person who's like more than merry. So of course she came over, and it was fine. I'm completely okay with that. She's talking to us. She's like, yeah, like, I hit a deer like last, and it was like super nonchalant. She was like, yeah, like, I hit a deer last week. Like, whatever, no big deal. Like, everyone hits a deer, like, one time in their life or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like, did you kill it? Like, is it still alive? Like, did you call the police? Like, what happened? And she goes, yeah, it was still alive. So, like, I really didn't know what to do. And so I just took, like, a giant rock and, like, I rocked it to death until, like, it died. And, like, me and my boy look at her and we're like, what did you just say?
What?
I was like, you rocked the deer to death? And she was like, yeah, like, I wanted to put it out of its misery. I was like, you didn't call, like, 911 to, like, me to come and shoot it or something? Like, you rocked the deer to death? Just super nonchalant.
To even feel comfortable with just like, y'all felt the beat rocking. And oh my God. You know what
You thinking about it, huh?
Like, you think I'm gonna do some shit like that? Like, hey, I need animal control. Somebody.
You know how I am.
You gonna cry. Oh, we hit a deer. Oh my God. Look at the deer. Oh, why? Why you did it?
Remember that?
That damn bunny we hit.
Yo, we hit a bunny, bruh, and it ruined my entire day.
But the bunny two-stepped on my ass, though. I'm going down because we got too many bunnies in the neighborhood. So I'm going down the road. The bunny jumped, hopped back, and went. I'm like, nigga, how you gonna stutter step on me, bro?
He second guess, and then you break, and then
I break.
Trying to, I don't know.
I break, and he just said, "Oh, shit, you break me, I'm
gone."
gone."
My entire day.
I hit him.
Cried.
He said, "Oh, we hit him. Oh," I'm like this. Then we go back.
Y'all, I made him turn around to make sure. I was like, please let me just verify.
You said, "Oh, there he go. Oh, he did." I'm like, "Oh, bruh." And then we left out the neighborhood. We come back. multiple cars and smushed him. Oh, they couldn't. They had to run him over. He probably got a family looking for
I
him.
did, y'all. I was so hurt. I was so hurt.
And I'm like, he already dead, bruh.
But they didn't have to keep running over him like that.
They said, my turn.
That's not funny.
R.I.P. to
If the person that you are talking to says that they are furry, that believes that having sex with animals that are sentient is morally okay, do not affiliate yourself with them.
Hell no.
I've gave the benefit of...
Why lately have we been...
I know, that's weird.
Oh my God.
That is weird.
Bro, yesterday we heard something about it. The day before we heard something. We've been... Bro, I'm tired of hearing about these motherfuckers with these animals.
I know.
Hey, bro, within the past week, we done heard it probably every day. And I'm like, when did shit just start? Like, God damn.
Affiliate yourself with them, okay? I've gave the benefit of a doubt, and I hung out with a guy like that for 3 years. After 3 years of him berating and sending me constant goddamn furry porn, after I told him many times not to do that shit because it grosses me out, it just motivated him to send more. He got to the point where he became so red-pilled, he became a neo-Nazi, and he tried to tell me to join him, okay? Because I'm white and I have to. That's what he said. That was my obligation. I said, fuck off. Then he started, and this is when I had to block him. He started sending me actual bestiality. Yes. And then after I blocked him, he sent me child porn, and I had to call the cops.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, you gave him some kind of green light that something was okay.
No,
After the first and second time, bro,
the only
I
green
cut
light
you out. You were friend with him for 3 years.
That's what I'm about to say. The only green light he gave is that he continued to be his friend for 3 years, and he was like, "Well, he know about what I do, and he's still my friend." So
he just kept telling you, like.
The good thing is he eventually cut it off. That's the good thing.
But and then hold on.
He was like, "Look, this is the thing. If you gonna do you. Don't tell me about it."
And then the fact though, if he's sick enough to do that, the child porn shouldn't even surprise you. You should have been like, bro, I thought you would have did this before you did the other one, because bro. I'm saying it's all sick. Ain't nothing.
I get you.
Bro was already. After the first time you see me, hey, bro, you send that shit again, bro, I'm liable to beat your head in. Like that, just a pun of the joke.
Okay.
But.
Too soon.
Weird.
So I have so many predominantly white horror stories. It's not even funny. So I'm in high school, sophomore year. I find out from one of my friends that my crush said I was he indirectly said I was ugly. And I literally, it was my first white boy crush, but last. I just could never have crushes on boys after that. And so, I was a little heartbroken. So I called up this friend. She's white, nothing about it. She's just really good out of all my friends at taking feelings. We all have that one friend. And she's just over here listening to me. And I was like, white boy this, white boy that, it's so sad, blah, 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 blah. Never said anything about white boys are only my type. That's very important, because then she just goes, "Stacey, can I tell you something?" I was like, "Sure." She was like, "We all have preferences. I would never date a black man. I would never fuck with a black man. That's just not something I would do." And I literally picked up my tears so quick, because I was like, when did I ever say that I would only date white boys? And why was this a chance for you to throw in your preference? I was so...
You never said it, but you was...
July 2019, I just graduated from college. I was preparing to move out of my apartment. My 79-year-old landlord pops over for a surprise visit. He apparently went through my things without asking me. He comes out onto the deck and he says, "Do you have hemorrhoids?" I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I found your prescription hemorrhoid cream." I said, "Why did you go through my things?" He said, "Well, I just want to let you know that I have hemorrhoids too, and sometimes I can't even lay down without screaming in pain." Then he told me about how he's working to cure his hemorrhoids and how I should too. I don't think that was a normal interaction.
When I was in Japan, I met someone who I was convinced was a serial killer. This man was a complete stranger to me. I had never seen him before in my entire life before one night when he walked into the bar. He sat down and he started talking to this couple from Germany. So far, everything is normal until he and them come over and they want to talk to me. When he shook my hand, I went completely cold. Something was so wrong. Never had I ever reacted to someone like this before. The couple was like, "Oh, he's from Texas. Isn't that so cool?" Except this man did not have an accent that was anything Southern. His accent wasn't even an American accent, but they didn't know that because they're not from America. And when he shook my hand, he shook it for way too long, and he grabbed it with both of them, and he just stared at me. He invited me to hang out with him after, and I was like, hell no, hell no.
Okay, so I was a senior in high school and I just ended things with a girl over like Christmas break, whatever, it happens, right? So I'm over here ending things with a girl. Then I come into study and it was like a group of people, that I always sit with that study in the library. And I was venting my little heart out. It was like, because we were talking about our breaks and I was like, blah, 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 this girl, this. I'm like, I can't believe I didn't end things sooner, blah, blah, blah. Then this one girl goes, yeah. And like, do you see how she like wears her leggings? It's like disgusting. Like, why she wear Lulus like that? Like, knowing her ass looks like that? It's just like, like she needs to respect herself. And I literally was like, I was shocked because she does too. She be wearing leggings too every day. And I'm like, because at that point, like, I didn't even want to, like, why would you slut shame her? I was talking about her character. I was gagging her because of her character. You just came for her body. Like, you took the chance.
I was just about to like, girl, honey. We went from sophomore year.
No. At some point, it ain't the people.
Look.
It's you.
What stuff happened? She's in high school.
Also, she's the one to sparks off the conversation and goes deep and deep and deep. So they like, you opening up the wormhole. Let me get in that bitch too. Boom! I don't like this, and you looking like this. Like,
I mean, but still,
like even the white girl, you went on and on about not only like him, basically only talking about white boys. So in her head,
but that wasn't the thing.
Her friend.
Listen,
it was her friend.
Listen,
so her friend probably looking at it like this. All I see you ever do is talk about white boys. All you ever gas them up is white boys. So obviously in my head, probably you not liking black boys. So in my head,
my thing is, I have to think about what school do you go to?
Who did she hang with?
Okay, is your school predominantly black or is your school predominantly white? You have to think about that. And if it's white, of course, I don't have any black boys around here to be liking.
9 times out of 10, she probably got some black people around.
But that's not what I'm saying, though.
But you only talk about white boys.
But see, it was that.
So the white girl, like, we both got something in common.
That was what was the person wasn't normal. Everybody does have a preference. Yeah. Like, I mean, I like what I like.
She don't want to date black dudes. All right, cool. We might not want to eat that either. So cool. Shit. Keep rolling. Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. Bigger than ass.
Okay, I'm going to change a little, and I'm going to talk about when I realized I was a little less normal than I thought I was. In 8th grade, I sat next to, in the health class, I sat next to, like, this weird, like, one of those weird white girls? And, like, weird as in, like she wears overalls and her teeth's funky, like, that kind of weird.
I know who you're talking about.
And, like, she had braces in her. She had, like, thin, like, greasy, like, hair. Like, it was that kind of white girl. And then one day she looked at me. I don't know what was going on. She looked at me one day and she was like, "You're bizarre." And I really, like, took a moment to, like, think. I was like, how is she calling me bizarre? First of all, who says the word bizarre? I really had to reevaluate myself. I was like, what do I do that's weird to her? Because she's the weird one. So she thinks I'm weird?
I ain't gonna cap. That will make you be like, bitch, I'm bizarre. What the fuck?
If I'm bizarre, what the fuck you are? Damn.
Oh, man.
This is a really long story. I'm sick. Bear with me. This is my 3rd time trying to take this. So, basically, I'm reading Aleister Crowley's Book of Enochian Magic, which is a thing that normal people do. I'm sitting at a train station, just playing this out. And this guy comes up. He's probably 40 years old, with dyed blue matlocks, kind of greasy looking, like he hasn't showered in maybe a week. And he looks at me and he goes, "Would it be faster to roll down this hill or wait for the train?" And I'm like, I assume he means like roll with a skateboard. And I'm like, I guess if you had a skateboard, it'd be faster. And then he clarifies he meant laying down on the sidewalk and just rolling. And I'm like, that's a really weird thing to say, but okay. Sure.
Let him do him, man.
Then he asks me what I'm reading. I tell him I'm reading Crowley. And he says he's a master of Crowley. And I'm like, great. I don't understand any of this. Can you help me, maybe? And he takes one look at it and he goes, "Oh, I have no fucking clue." I'm like, okay, sure, you're a master of Crowley. Whatever. And so I go back to reading it, and then he interrupts me again, and I'm like, what do you want? And he tells me I would be a good necromancer. And I'm like, okay, sure. Next, he tells me I should do chaos magic, and tells me to specifically do this with my right hand. I'm holding my phone with my right hand, so I can't do it right. And that I should do it like this on my leg, to channel chaos magic. I'm like, okay. And he says specifically do it with your right hand, because the left hand is for Satan. And I'm like, well, I'm left-handed. And he looks at me like, that's why there's so many gay people today. And I'm like,
The fuck?
in my head, I'm like, well, I'm gay, and I need to get out of here because this gets weird. But then, turns out I judged him wrong, because the next thing out of his mouth is, "Hey, you're pretty cute, if you know what I mean. We should hang out sometime." And I'm like, okay, sure, dude. Whatever.
Oh, shit.
How can I contact you? And he's like, oh, I'm living off grid right now. Then he jumps on the train and leaves. What?
It's the most fucked up thing.
Hey, you were really finna get this man number, dog.
I mean, it seemed like a fun time. You know? Honey,
You can't make certain shit up, though.
Look, I like, a little spontaneous. You don't know what you go get one day.
You just might roll down a hill
One day we
naked.
may roll down the hill naked. You never know. Bruh, we may do some chaos magic. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he talking about some. Well, he dudes like, well, I'm left-handed, so that's the reason why so many. What the left hand got to do with the right? Got to do with?
He was just flirting. That's all. That's all it was.
But you ain't have to go all the way.
You know, some people be a little. You know, they don't know how to flirt, and they be.
Because obviously, shit, he probably thought he was cute too.
Yeah, he was gonna give him a chance.
Cause he sure said, "How can I get in touch with you?" Oh well, I'm living off the grid right now.
Gotta catch my
Gotta catch my ride.
What's up?
I ain't bitch.
I am done.
Ooh,
I'm
shit.
done. That was funny though.
He had to be high.
He had to be something.
Where he was like, well, the train only comes at this time, but if I had caught you 10 minutes earlier, would have took you around back. And we could have practiced, bro.
Oh,
bruh.
Okay.
Damn. But I'm still on that one girl, though.
Which one?
Black girl.
Oh, leave her alone. She just trying to find her way. She in high school. Well, she was in high school. I don't know what she in now. Well, she was a senior.
Shorty,
then, so
you're
she
not
out of school
normal.
now.
You talk about other people not being normal. You're not normal. I'm just
No.
playing.
No.
Oh man, with that being said, y'all spammers, let us know y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. But as always, huh? You said I'm not normal?
I was just repeating what you said.
But as always, y'all know how I go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is. We are. We are.
Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar.